the Geek broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, Mexico. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we bring to you the joys of living in Mexico. Are you watching this video on your computer? Are you watching this video on your laptop or maybe on your tablet? Are you watching this video on your cell phone? Can you hear the construction noise going on like right over there? I'm sorry. Well, if you're living in Mexico, you're living in Japan, you're living in Canada, you're living in Russia, well, that stuff breaks down, and if it breaks down, then you can't use the internet and all of your storage is gone. I've lived in Mexico for 17 years and I rely upon my computer equipment. And everywhere that I have lived, I have found reliable people that speak English and Spanish to keep my machines running and up to date. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. Well, I'm really not going to show you how, but I'm going to tell you how. At the very end of this video, I'm going to give you a very important tip, the most important tip on what to do with your cell phone or your computer, your tablet, your laptop, or your desktop. The most important thing to do. I've lived in 3 major cities in Mexico. I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, I've lived in Guadalajara, and now I live in Mazatlan, as most of you know. In each of these places, I have had to have computer repairs. And in each of these places, I used to have access to Best Buy. Best Buy left Mexico, and they don't really, I'm a Mac user. All my stuff is Mac. My phone, my tablet, my laptop, my desktop is all Apple, Macintosh, Mac, however you want to call it. This video is not specific to Mac users. PC users can benefit from the information I'm about to share with you right now. If you are a Mac user, they don't really have Mac stores down here. They have Mac stores, but they aren't like Mac stores in the United States, Apple stores. I don't even know if they can repair your stuff. They don't know as much. And Best Buy left the country. I didn't like going to Best Buy because they treated you like a number. In each of these large cities, what I did is I went into Facebook groups and I said, hey, I have a computer. Who works on your computer? Who's good at working on computers? In each city, I found a small shop, small mom and pa shops that could work on my computer. Now, I've only lived in Mazatlan for about 7 months now, and I had to find a computer person. So I have a 2017 Mac desktop. And I do a lot of graphics work, I do a lot of video work, that takes up a lot of memory, and my machine was running really slow. My cousin that lives in Ajijic, she just moved down here from Montana, she had the exact same machine as I had. And she said, Cousin Billy, I just ordered the parts through Amazon and I installed them myself, and now my desktop Mac runs like brand new. Now, it's really funny, but what she did was the iMac is totally weird. You have to take the front off the computer and do this, and that. It looked kind of complicated to me. But so I said, well, I live in Mexico. There's got to be, in Mexico for $1, there's somebody out there that will do anything that you want them to do. Don't you hate it when you take your computer or your phone to the repair shop and it's in there for like 2 or 3 days? You call them up, they don't even know who you are. So I was thinking, there's got to be somebody that will come to my apartment and fix it right there on the spot, and I can watch them, and when it's up and running and it's working very well, then I'll pay them. Please leave a comment, tell us what you think, tell us about the videos that you would like to see, and if you know of someone that could use this information, click that share button, and if you're not subscribed, we have many more videos to come, so click that subscribe button. So I found two guys on Facebook groups in Mazatlan. One guy said, yeah, I'll come over, but it's like an iMac. Those things are a little sensitive. I'll come to your place. I'm going to charge you $75 to come. You order the things through Amazon. I'll put them in, but I can't guarantee the work. And he went on about, I can't guarantee the work. It might fall apart if it breaks. I'm not going to fix it. And he was complain. All of this was in English. So then I found another guy in Mazatlan through Facebook, and this guy did only Macs. And he says, I can't come to your apartment, but bring it in and I will replace your RAM. That's what I wanted to do. He said, I will replace your RAM, order the parts through Amazon. I'll tell you what to order. And then he suggested that I insert a new hard drive at the same time. So I ordered the parts through Amazon. It took like 3 or 4 days for the parts to show up. The chips, I went up to 32 gig of RAM. That cost me about $100, and the hard drive cost me about $100. So for $200, it was like getting a brand new computer. And everything I'm saying now, you may have a 5-year-old computer, but with more RAM and a new hard drive, $200, you have a brand new machine. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time, Houston time, so come join us. If you click the subscribe button, you'll get a notification and you can ask questions and tell us about what you think about living in Mexico. So I told the guy, okay, I've got the parts. Can I come over to your shop? Can I set an appointment to be there at like 10:30 in the morning? You start working on it, and I will sit there and watch you insert the RAM and insert the hard drive. He said, yeah, sure. And I asked him, well, how much are you going to charge me to do that? Oh, he said $25. His name is Abraham, and all of his contact information is in the description below. If you are a Mac user in Mazatlan, you want to see this guy. He opened up my machine. There were about 20 screws he had to screw out. And he was unscrewing these screws and throwing them down on his table, unscrew. And I'm thinking, oh no, how's he gonna know where? But he's been doing this for 17 years. And he pulled it all apart, put it all back together. It took him a total of 3 hours, and my machine was like a brand new machine. Now, here's the part that I didn't think of. I had some really valuable information on that machine. I had everything backed up except for 2 brand new video projects that I had just put on my desktop. And all of a sudden it hit me that when he puts in the new hard drive, he is going to erase the present hard drive, and I'm going to lose those videos took me like 2 weeks to put together. This was the great part about me being there right in front of him. And so what he did was there was a way where he could take the old desktop, put it on the new hard drive, and everything was okay. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. That's Chicago time, Houston time, so come join us. If you click the subscribe button, you'll get a notification and you can ask questions and tell us about what you think about living in Mexico. So now, here's the final big tip that I wanted to tell you about. I have about 10 terabytes of backup storage hard drives. I just bought one about 4 days ago. I bought 2 brand new terabytes. That's a lot of information. But when you're editing video like me, a terabyte goes by real fast if you back your stuff up. What I learned from this experience, I had all of my stuff, all my tax information, all my passwords and everything all backed up on various external terabytes. But what was going to freak me out was the new information that I had created that I really needed access to. So my big tip to you is back up your stuff, but even after you make that initial backup of all the stuff you know you're going to want, anything you're working on that's new, like today, back that up today, because emergencies don't happen by a plan. They happen now. And that thing that you were working on now can be gone now. So back that up to an external hard drive and then back that up to another external hard drive so that you are good to go. They call it backing up your backup. Now, in spending all my time with this guy, he had a lot of people coming in and out of his shop, Abraham, and he does a lot of phone repair, iPhone repair. And something that I really didn't think of, iPhones, Samsung, Androids, they're all computers. They're all computers. And he was in the business of repairing computers. Now, I've had about 10 phones since I've been here in 17 years, and most of them have been iPhones. And with the iPhone, you can back up everything into the cloud. So if I'm recording using my iPhone right now. So if this phone dies like now, I don't care. I just go down, buy a new iPhone, turn it on, and all of my settings, all of my passwords, all of my login information, all of my pictures, everything's in the cloud. I paid like $2 a month for that, so I don't have to worry about anything. I don't know how you do that on the Android, but if you can do it on the Android, I'm sure you can do it if you can do it on the iPhones, I'm sure you can do it on the Androids. So there you go, folks. You move to Mexico, you're going to be on the internet, you're going to be doing something, you're going to have passwords, and you're going to need somebody to fix your computer. Use Facebook groups, find a small shop, find somebody that speaks English and Spanish, and you have to remember that these guys who are going to fix these guys and gals that are going to fix your machine, most of them had to go to college or get in the military to learn how to do that. So most likely there are people out there that do speak English, because it's one thing to be able to find the bathroom at a restaurant or how to order a taco, but when you start talking about RAM and hard drives and memory, it's good to be able to speak in English. So I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions or comments, also this is about, I've had a computer person in Puerto Vallarta, in Guadalajara, and now in Mazatlan. I found all these guys on Facebook. This one guy, the last guy who did my repair, he did 3 hours of work for $25. I got all the parts through Amazon for $200. Whether you're using a PC or a Mac, whether you have a phone, a tablet, or a laptop, you can have all your stuff updated and running for not too much money in Mexico. Thank you so much for watching in our new studio in Mazatlan, overlooking the ocean. You gotta like this. I have to pay $1 million a month for this, but we hope you enjoyed those PC, Macintosh repair tips. Click the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.